the 4th pick here. If it's not going to be a mid-Magnus, though, I would think more of that offlane Magnus. Just support Magnus feels... I feel like whenever we happen to see that in the past, it's so underwhelming. And again, NIP is under the belief that it indeed is not going to be a mid-Magnus with their bans, at least, of what we saw there. Ifrit does play a lot of Juggernaut. Now, I assume he's going to play Morphling this game, but Morphling benefits from Empower, but maybe not as much as something like a Juggernaut would or even a Phantom Assassin. So going a mid-Morphling and a safe lane Jug or PA or whatever, it wouldn't be out of the question either, but although I guess against Razor, maybe not that good. They go Bat Rider. Good catch. Again, it's hard to say exactly where they're going to go with their heroes, though, still. Will it be a support Bat Rider? Will that be an offlane Bat Rider? Same thing with the Magnus. Will it be a mid-Magnus still? So all these questions still yet to be answered for SoLatto. But NIP, they're going to go their off lane, and Legion Commander is certainly one of the best at dealing with a Bat Rider. That Purge, very powerful. Press the attack. Also, it's great to purge off Skyra's Silence with that Ancient Seal. Yeah, Legion Commander feels really good this game.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So now if you're Xolotl, who do you ban? They still need... It could be Gunner's Hero still. It could be Skitter. Again, Razor is certainly one of those. He could end up mid, he could end up safe lane.
NIP's turn to ban.
They banned the Phantom Lancer. Definitely a good core against a Morphling. Is Slark pretty good here
10 seconds
for NIP?
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I feel like Slark's not bad, actually. But yeah, if you're NIP, it's like, who do you ban now, too? Because it goes back to, they're going to ban Timbersaw.
Naga Siren.
And they go for a Naga Siren. So it is going to be Skitter on the Naga Siren, Razor in the hands of Gunner. Makes more sense with that Timbersaw ban for sure. I mean, they already have Bat Rider in the laning phase, and even throughout, a Bat Rider's okay at dealing with the Naga Siren, I suppose.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Really just feel like they could use a melee carry to take advantage of that Empower. It feels like that they are not getting the most out of Empower right now. Which, if you're Xolotl, maybe that's not why, as weird as that sounds, maybe that's not why you got the Magnus, which, again, is odd. I know the Axe build on Magnus is considered the kind of the go-to now, too. The 4-second skewer cooldown. Seen that a couple times. Just that mobility is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see the pick here.
Choose your hero.
Huh, and they go Leshrac. Okay, I mean, definitely something to help deal with this Naga Siren. So who's playing what now? Oh, okay, it is going to be a mid Leshrac. Yano's on the Magnus. He's their offlaner. So Bat Rider going to be in the support role. Especially with the Legion Commander coming out. They didn't want to invest too much in the Bat Rider. Makes sense. Of course, if we're playing the Morphing. Anything interesting on the other side? Well, looks like as kind of expected as far as who's playing what. All right, game number 1. The drafts are set. Leshrac does feel like a strong last pick for sure. I do like the Leshrac, especially as a core this game. Core Leshrac seems like he can get a lot of work done this game. Matched up against Razor in the mid lane, certainly one that Leshrac is not concerned about. His Legion Commander does feel pretty good, though, for NIP. A couple of very useful things to purge, as we talked about. I love this series. This is going to be a good series. NIP coming over to the NA qualifiers. They're matched up against Xolotl, a team that's been grinding NA qualifiers for a couple of years even. Has been unable to break through and qualify for a minor or a major.
Prepare for battle.
But I've always been a fan of this team. Xolotl, that is. And again, I respect them for who they are and competing together. It just feels like one of these times it's going to break through and going to be successful. But NIP, of course, a very tough challenge. You mentioned this series is going to help us determine who continues on to the major qualifiers and who will be bumped down to the minor qualifiers. That's ultimately what is on the line. Essentially is an elimination series. All right, Rune Control coming out.
"30 seconds to battle."
Naga's going to use the illusions to try to set up for a bounty room. May even look to destroy it. They are going to be live about a second longer.
Begins.
Oh, NIP does get 3 of them. So 3 for 1 trade. Favoring NIP. Did a good job of controlling the bottom bounty rings, it looks like. And the lanes are now set. It's going to be Morphling Batrider versus the Earth Spirit Legion Commander down here at the bottom lanes. A Batrider, again, being played as a position 5 support. Legion Commander hasn't leveled anything yet, but press the attack certainly could be coming. Sticky napalms, making it very annoying. Actually does level up overwhelming odds, so no press the attack yet. Mid matchup, Leshrac versus the Razor. Again, seems like Leshrac certainly should have a solid time. And then top lane, Magnus Skywrath going up against the Naga Siren Crystal Maiden. Early on right now in the mid laning phase, you have a 7-2 Leshrac versus a 3-2 Razor. So Esk feeling pretty good about how this is going so far. You see that Link coming in and gonna sap 25 damage, but of course being that range, can't keep up with him. A slight move speed advantage also for Leshrac as we're looking at. Double damage rune will spawn just north of Leshrac. Misses the split earth right there.
Double damage.
Pyjamas is continuing to run up and hit Hector constantly. Pyjamas does actually have the buckler early on, so that makes sense as to why he's able to trade when it comes to these last hits early on.
Here we go.
You didn't want that, did you?
Skywrath ports back in. Level 2 Skywrath. He's got a couple mangoes even, so I was going to say, you see the spam starts happening. Surprised he's not using that Arcane Bolt even more. Suppose there's a stick on Crystal Maiden, so doesn't want to charge that on too much. Magnus, meanwhile, he's got a bracer. He's feeling pretty sturdy. Level 2 in power now. Try to help clear these illusions. That's all I was going to say. I am a little surprised they just didn't have Batrider up at the top lane, actually, and put Skywrath at bottom, because it seems like Batrider would be able to help deal with those illusions a little better. And you do have Legion Commander down here with the Press the Attack, who get rid of those sticky napalm. So it seems like the supports potentially could be a little bit more effective in the different lanes here. But not the case.
Regeneration.
Less than a minute before next bounty rune's coming in. Magnus is farming very well up here, 24-4 now. You got 20-4 though for Naga Siren, so not too far ahead.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Mid
under
matchup
attack.
still favoring the Leshrac. Bottom lane, it's actually very even. So all the cores really doing their job on either side. There's another link happening there. See the build of Leshrac going a 1-2-2 build. A 5-minute bounty runes happen, and we do have a split of 2 for 2. Survivor, as soon as Batrider shows up, slows him down.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Nice pull up here, coming out from Viver.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Falls back, rotating towards the mid lane. Leshrac actually in some trouble. The splitter's dodged by Gunnar. And finally, we have our first blood at 6 minutes in. Gunnar credit for it, but no doubt thanks to Peter Pandam as he rotated over and helped to set up that kill. In fact, now he's rotating to the top lane. Don't think that they're going to kill this Magnus, but he's going to help out his Naga Siren once again. Mid lane, back here. Courier gets killed. And Est, he just TP'd in. Oh no. If he dies, that's huge. He's going to stay alive, though. The bottle chart is just enough to keep him alive. Now Earth Spirit trying to run. He will be fine. Hector can only go so far. In fact, he might have went too far. Never mind the Flame Break pushback. And that comes to a conclusion, but that would have really sucked for Esk. Again, he just TP'd in. Did have to use all of his bottle charges. We are going to have 7 minutes, though. So, of course, those neutral items can now start spawning. We'll see if Leshrac gets something off the bat here. Nothing yet. Oh, raid kill. Managed to find a kill on a Peter Pandam. Of course, Magnus part of that as well. Keen Optic picked up by Skitter. Likely pass that off. Meanwhile, Ifrit, he finds that faded brooch. Gonna keep it on himself for now. But that seems like a Skywrath item to me. That or Bat Rider. That is true. Morphling Magnus does sound pretty ridiculous with the Ags. That's being brought up in chat, and I didn't even think about that, but especially with the reduced cooldown that he already has.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's going to be a lot of skewers. Mid lane, though, or Theory Craft and actual actions happening. Earth Spirit goes down. Their team was pretty deep there. Only losing the Earth Spirit in the end.
Now, my
Top 3 farmers all belonging on the Dire side. So the CS early on was actually looking very good for the Radiant team, but certainly turned the other direction. Peter Pan Dam, he runs into trouble. Ifrit gets killed, by the way, by Universe, though. So they find the kill on Crystal Maiden, but is that a solo kill? Yeah, it looks like it was. Maybe not. Maybe Earth Spirit was there to help as well. Yeah, Earth Spirit was certainly there. Okay, that makes more sense. But still, a dual victory coming out for Universe. So yeah, we're watching Peter Pan Dam getting run down, but obviously a huge kill on a Morphling taking place. As there's Yano picking up that Ironwood tree recipe. See Morphling back in the lane now. He is technically 6th overall in net worth.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not too far behind, but of course that death hurts. So we're almost at 10 minutes, so looking at the outposts. Yano, he's nearby. He's going to have Skywrath rotating over as well. NIP's in better position right now. They're going to get the bottom one for sure, so the top one is where we're going to have a fight. Gunner, Link is up. Also, Raykill drops right there. And NIP going to control both of the outposts. They also get a couple of kills with it. That's something that I feel like we've noticed throughout these qualifiers, is that the team that really prioritizes the objectives more certainly ends up on top more so than not. And NIP did a great job right there of making sure to get both of them. And the one that was contested, they had the numbers still advantage. And, I mean, that goes back to SoLatto. Morphling, he didn't even care. You know, he was busy farming away in the jungle. But on the other side, he saw Nagasiren show up to the fight. Razor has himself an elixir. Make use of that. Almost finishing a Yules, by the way. So just going to go this crazy speed build. Bat Rider. I'm going to take the outpost. You see Universe, he doesn't really care. Again, it's one of those cases of, if it's not those every 5-minute increments soon, then it's not the biggest deal in the world. Bat Rider does have that faded brooch given to him, as we mentioned earlier, but unfortunately not going to help him here, and that's going to be another dual victory for Universe. That's plus 20 damage now. Lead starting to steadily grow in favor of NIP.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Speaking of Yules, ZOLATO, or Esk more so, is trying to pick up his own Yules, as Yano gets a kill at the top lane apparently onto Crystal Maiden, as there's a Yules finish on Razor.
Radiant structures are fortified.
RP is ready.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You do see Magnus, he already does have the axe queued up, as Ifrit finds some royal jelly.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Magnus able to avoid Earth Spear for now, but still could be in trouble. Goes for the TP. Universe! Oh, setting up the duel, but just TP'd in time. Yeah, talk about a very close call.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Illusion.
Spirit leading the charge here at the top lane. He's got his own faded brooch. Gets back though as Skywrath sends out the concussive shot. Skywrath is level 6, even level 7. Point is, he has that Mystic Flare though.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Razor queues up the BKB next. Lincoln's is going to be the choice for Morphling. 1,000 gold currently saved up. So wants to go Lincoln's this game. Duel especially, of course, great against. As Peter Pan and bottom lane is, we'll call it bait. Hector, he went for it, even lasted up, but is ultimately just going to get turned in the end. Very likely, in fact, he gives up a duel victory when it's all said and done. 30 damage now for Universe. And he's going to help push this bottom lane. You see Universe, what he's building too. Very utility for the team. Going to go full pipe next. Almost there. Oh, that net, by the way, seemed like it was a long-ass range. And Esk is going to be able to TP out, though. Knows that he already used his heals, of course. Yano gets a top tower kill. PPD trying to deny it, but now he has to TP out. Yano, not happening. Yep, Freeze came up just in time, and Yano, he is dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The GG comes out.
Of my way.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Can't forget about Naga Siren. She's just about got her Manta style finished. Call it a pretty good timing, as we're almost at 15 minutes. Hector needs to get this outpost, but he can't. So SoLatto will once again be without the outpost. And that experience gain will be that much bigger for NIP. In fact, they even get the Batrider anyways. They do a good job of that bounty rune control. Meanwhile, top lane, their Spirit TP'ing in Crystal Maiden. He's getting low. Press the attack, keeps him alive. Not for long, but it sets up a duel onto Esk. And it's not going to be a victory necessarily, but it will be a kill in the end. So Esk really slowing down. He doesn't even have his Yules finished yet. And that's big. I mean, it's constantly being delayed. That's now a couple of deaths on him. Ifrit, I believe, I thought he found something else. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the Magnus has it, the Essence Ring. Now on Magnus currently, who's about 1,000 gold away from finishing an Ags. But NIP has a very steady pace going. Skitter picks up a Philosopher's Stone. I'm sure he'll hand that off to one of the supports. Wait, really? What? Okay, this graph makes no sense. It had NIP winning from the very beginning. That's just wrong. We're going to say that that's a bug graph. Certainly wouldn't call this game over. But it is a very comfortable lead for NIP, certainly as well. They're not looking like a team that's going to be making mistakes right now. See Crystal Maiden handed off some items, including that Philosopher's Stone. On the other side, Esk picks up a Philosopher's Stone as well for his team.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Gonna hang on to it for now.
Radiant's bottom tower
Actually, not a
is
bad
under
idea to have a
attack.
Leshrac, I suppose. He can benefit from it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I believe we also saw somebody get a Dragon Skill. Yep, Naga Siren picks up the Dragon Skill. This actually seems like a fantastic item for a Naga Siren. Mini Radiance effect and the burn and just naturally 5 armor, 5 HP regen. Not too shabby.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Apparently a mic issue. Razor almost has that BKB. Leshrac just got his Yules finished, and Razor's almost got his next tier item coming up. Yeah, Leshrac certainly has fallen off. Morphling finds one of his own dragon scales. Recipe found by Nagasaran. Could actually just buy another Wraithband to complete that himself. Alright, so there's the Axe on Magnus, but again, is it really that impactful yet? It does feel like they picked this combo with the intention of getting an Axe on Morphling as well, and then being able to abuse that. But Morphling, as we know, is at least building a Lincoln's first. So we'll see. If it's not a second item Axe, then maybe not. I can't imagine he's just not going to get a second and then still get it later on. I mean, obviously if it comes late game, then sure, but it's just a matter of what the mindset was for Xolotl coming into this game with the draft. Those are the first two picks. Magnus Morphling was the opening from Xolotl, so you'd figure that there's some kind of logic there to it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This Nagasaran, though, he does finish the Vambrace. He got a Diffusal Blade. Nagasaran is really threatening now. BKB on Razor, as we've mentioned. NIP, though, not necessarily grouping together. We have 30 seconds before the Outpost grant experience. As Yano's going to run right into Skitter. This is definitely worse for Yano. He pops an RP defensively, and now he's just going to be tooled up as well. Yikes. That is not the RP you want to be doing there. In fact, the map control is also heavily benefiting NIP. They're going to get both outposts again. For all three outposts, Xolotl will get 0 experience from.
Waters rise.
Loaded to the gills.
And that's
This will do.
that just shows you what happens when that happens.
Radiant's top tower is under
Got
attack.
these dips right here, and I like to think that a fair amount of that is because of those outpost control. Still broken.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bloodstone queued up for Leshrac.
Radiant's top tower.
Top tower
has
goes
fallen.
down, though.
Dire's
Gunner,
middle
free
tower
push.
has been denied.
Still has that 10-second BKB.
Invisibility.
Where's Morphling at? Okay, queues up a Manta style, so I suppose not. It is interesting to me.
Radiant
Just
are
more
scanning.
like both of those heroes individually.
Dire are scanning.
Magnus using that Empower as a blink. Good for chasing out those illusions as well. See Leshrac now with the Kaya picked up. Thank God they changed that, by the way, with the build of a
Radiant's middle
Bloodstone. It
tower
makes so
is
much
under
more sense
attack.
now that the Kaya being built as part of it. It just feels a lot better. I'll see. We're gonna wrap around and find Universe. Universe hasn't died yet. Earth Spirit's here trying to save the day. It's a tough kill. That pipe helping. It is not enough, though. LC goes down for the first time, so nice benefit for Raykill. But the sleep from Nagasaran going to allow Earth Spirit to retreat, despite his best efforts to save his teammate. So our first sleep used to get away right there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rod of Atos picked up by Skywrath. Staff for PPD.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nagasiren even now getting a Shadow Blade. And is looking to follow that up with a Scythe. Blink. LC jumps in, catches Magnus. And it is going to be a victory, just barely. Plus 66 damage now for Universe. Skywrath hoping for a free kill, but no, LC is there to save. Again, LC a great draft pick this game for NIP. A couple of reasons, so we've already seen it multiple times now. And they also catch up to the Skywrath for the kill. And to think LC is not even his 5th overall in net worth, and he's doing pretty well, but both Razor and especially Nagasiren are farming extremely well right now for NIP. And you see Skitter popping that Shadow Blade. Guess he's using it more just to get in and farm.
Radiant's
Maybe thought somebody was
tower
there.
is under attack.
Take a look at the levels as well, and it goes back to, again, all the outpost control so far have favored NIP. Another duel. This one catches Esk, and another winner for Legion Commander. Let's make it plus 84 damage. Feels like it's non-stop right now. You look at the Vision game, if it's SoLatto, it's not a lot. They got this one here. And that's really it. I guess they have a lane ward down here, but not going to be doing too much for them right now. Again, this Magnus Axe, it's especially with not much fighting. Well, there is fighting going on. It's just favoring NIP as 25 minutes hit. And once again, it's just simply the Dire team that has both outposts. So they get the experience advantage. And they're positioned to take at least 3 of the 4 bounty runes. It looks like Yano managed to get 1. But Skitter kills Roshan in the meantime. The whole map is just taken over by NIP. Now 14,000 net worth lead. I hate to say it, but when you first 2 pick a Morphling Magnus, they have to have way more impact than this. Neither hero's doing much at all. I mean, Morphling's literally 0-1-0, and then Magnus 1-4-1. He got an okay timed Axe, but then it's like, again, then what? Not really doing much with it. Ifrit finds a 3rd eye. NIP, though, are the ones that are executing very well, taking over the map. Titan Sliver picked up by Razor. He'll certainly make use of it. He's got that with his SNY now. Hector runs in. Gonna be sapped up, though, and he's definitely dying. The lasso only lasting a half a second right there. As Ifrit wants to go for Crystal Mantle. Ifrit drops fast, though. He's able to charge back up with strength, and he needs to pop that shrine. He's going to get the shrine out. Byver died behind them, by the way. It looks like Yano still has his RP. He could maybe come in as Ifrit trying to live still, morphing back and forth, trying to get away. It's not going to work, though. Yano comes in at the last second, and he was too late. He has to pop a BKB and then skewer out again. He's going to keep on skewering. No RP used that fight. SoLatto just doesn't seem on the same page right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Naga Siren, Mystic Flare. See, look at Universe. He jumps in, says, I'll take some of the damage for you. That's just a great team support there. NIP will retreat, though. So cannot kill the tower at the base, but they now have a 17,000 net worth lead. And they'll play the slow and steady game if that's what it takes. A BKB was just purchased by Crystal Maiden. He also has the Helm of the Undying. Nice.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Continues that counter warding. The Fiver with the Boots of Travel picked up. It's a fast team over here. Oh. Trying to counter ward him. Yana was able to pour it out in time. Again, you take a look at the levels and goes back to the outpost control by NIP especially, helping them get this level lead. And I think it's going to happen again. We have 30 minutes coming up, 30 more seconds, and I don't see SoLatto getting either outpost right now. Razor almost has a satanic finish, by the way.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Now, he does have a satanic finished. That's pretty good. LC with a plus 84 damage. Picks up the movement speed talent at level 20. Almost has his own BKB finished.
Bounty.
But there's the outpost experience. And all the bounty runes going to go the way of NIP as well. So it's 20,000 net worth lead pretty much.
What have we here?
See Earth Spirit having a couple of greater fairy fires. Lestrak finally gets his own PKB. But it does feel like SoLatto's playing to lose, or playing to not lose right now rather than playing to win. He's playing very safe, sitting in their base. As I say this, they smoke up. They are going to try to make a play here. That skewer attempt, going to miss.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Luckling has the Mindbreaker on him. Skewer, this one connects. RP lockdown, they want to kill Razor. It's not an easy kill though. With the Sliver as well as the Satanic, he's got 46% status resistance. I mean, you guys saw that, right? He literally did not get locked down there, it felt like. I mean, he did, so it's not literally, but it felt like he got out of that quickly. Naga Siren though, now an attempt on him. No RP this time though. The dual effect up on Magnus. And Skitter's going to walk away. Razor's making his way over. Skitter does choose to sleep as they continue to retreat. So NIP not going to lose anyone in the process.
Invisibility.
Ifrit is trying to finish his own BKB as well. This, to me, BKB Lincoln's Manta screams so defensive. You do have to say, I mean, where is the damage? Magic damage, they're solid, of course, between Skywrath and Leshrac, but physical damage does feel a little weak right now. When it comes to Xolotl up here, they may get a chance to show it off, at least if they feel that, but Ifrit, he does sap damage himself as he morphs into Razor. But the duel up on Magnus again, he dies. He tried to scare away. He buys back, so does Skywrath, but Gunnar is just feels so unstoppable right now, running at them with the BKB. It wears off, though. Another sleep for Nagasiren as he's creeping in with the BKB, though. And Skidder realizes he's just got to run. Puts the Shadow Blade up, and he'll keep on running. So again, NIP isn't necessarily overplaying their hand either. Oh, smoke around Morphling. Can Xolotl get that sneaky jump in? They have RP ready to go once again for Magnus. These are the illusions. Razor gonna go for him. Skewer, he sets it up finally. The RP is ready as well, but again, remember the status resistance. He is not locked down forever. The resistance is not gonna be enough though. Finally get the kill, and they also catch up to Legion Commander. The lasso pulls him in, and LC's dead. So Xolotl finally finds a couple of pickoffs that they're hoping for. Hunting for more. Going for the DD. No, Nagasiren picks it up right in front of him. Nice sheep right there as well as a freeze. And that will be the end of the chase. Yano even popping the BKB and moving back. But Xolotl finally makes a couple of plays happen. They did get a buyback even out of Universe. Roshan, it is a very long Roshan respawn. I mean, we still have about a minute and a half before that'll be happening. Take a look at the last fight. Once again, jump on Razor. You could tell with it came to a skewer, he was a little unsure about the angle. Did hit it though, and managed to take out both.
Loaded to the gills.
Magnus no RP this time, but he's still hunting for somebody. Outbounds, or outpost, excuse me, was it once again? Yeah, once again, just the Dire. Xolotl, unless I'm missing one, I don't think Xolotl's got a single outpost control at the 5-minute marks. So, the experience gain continues to be real for NIP. Mid lane, though, gets a BKB use out of Peter Pan Dam. In fact, now dual setup from Universe goes in. Peter Pan Dam launches in with the freezing field, and they get the couple of kills, make it 3 in total. Esk, he's just going to try to TP in front of them with the BKB still active, is successful. But trying to go after the Crystal Maiden, thinking that she's alone. Guess what? She ain't alone. Morphling just continues to run away. Oh, never mind. He gets caught now by the sheet. Do they have a duel once again? Not just yet, but it might not matter. They're locking him down. All that mana's just gone. And Morphling's dead. Has a buyback. Not going to use it, though. That could be Xolotl thrown in the towel.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
NIP just playing so well as a team, to be fair. And they're going for tier 4. They don't want to give Xolotl too much of an opening here. So they will buy back on both Leshrac and Morphling. Now they go back for the Rex. There's a split. Who do they catch? That's Leshrac. Leshrac just melts. Batrider with the lasso. Pulls an LC. Can't get her to the fountain, though. She barely stops right before the fountain. Even Biver's going to survive, despite that Adaptive Strike coming in. And again, the teamwork's on point. But this Legion Commander pick, I think Universe is definitely the MVP this game. Again, it was a great pick in the draft, but then also you still got to execute with it, and Universe has done a hell of a job. So the end is certainly near for Xolotl, at least in game 1. Good news for them. Still another game to play, and at this point, Xolotl will be playing to try to force a tiebreaker game where NIP A win in the next game means that they will get a top 2 finish here in the group, which, again, keeps themselves alive in the major playoffs. It's official. NIP does indeed take the second game. Or the first game, excuse me. Wow. Did I get something else there at the end? No, that was the one that we saw. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into another break. Set up for game number 2 lobby between SoLatto and Ninjas in Pyjamas. But should certainly be a good one, as I'm Breaky CPK, once again your caster, tuning into the major qualifiers here on Beyond the Summit. This is the DreamLeague Season 13 major qualifiers, North American region. A lot is on the line here. NIP, 1 win away from going to the playoffs of these qualifiers. Can they do it, or was SoLatto force a tiebreaker? That's what we got coming up next. Stay tuned.